Hi everyone, welcome to my channel today. Today I'm going to take you step by step on how to get professors and send them an email for funding. So, l- as you can see on my screen, I have typed Middle Tennessee State University, and this is the school we are going to use for our tutorial for today. So, when you go to Google, you type in the name of the university that you are applying to or you think you want to apply to. And as you can see here, we have Middle Tennessee State University. So now you scroll down, then you look at the College of Graduate Studies. So because you are going for graduate studies, so you look at the College of Graduate Studies. So we click on that and it takes us to their page. Now, on this page, we can see everything about graduate studies here. What we will have to go to is to look at the graduate programs. So let's go to the graduate programs, and then we start to find the kind of program that we want to apply to. If you want to apply to doctoral, specialist, masters, or graduate certificate. So for this tutorial, I'm going to be using doctoral studies. So we click on the arrow pointing down here. Then we go down, let's use computational and data science. Now, when you click on this, um, it's going to take you to this page, which is still loading. Um, okay, so we have our computational and data science PhD program. Now we have to read about the program, we have to know the requirements, we have to know the career progression and the kind of research they do there. And most importantly, the faculty members, who are these people in this program. So for them, they have actually made it kind of simple. You click on the about and you read about the program. You read about the program in details. Then you can also look at the career progression. Um, what kind of where do they work? As you can see, they are working in John Hopkins, Southern Arkansas State, Texas A&M, Oak Ridge, Duke University. That's where you can find alumni from this program. Now let's look at the requirements. So you click on the requirements page. On the requirements page, you have to read through everything because sometimes you have it in a way that you are going to see domestic applicants and international applicants. Now, if you are a domestic applicant, it means that you are already in the States, and even though you are an international student, you are already in the States and you are studying, so you become a domestic applicant. But then if you are outside the States, then you are a an international applicant. So that these are the two things you look out for, because international students may have other requirements in addition to the general requirements. So when you scroll through and you read it, we have the requirements over here. Now, as you can see, um, the requirement starts from over here. You submit your application with the appropriate fee. You submit your transcript showing a GPA in previous academic work that indicates potential for success in advanced study. Successful applicants typically have a minimum GPA of 3.50 in their graduate work, or a minimum of 3.00 GPA when entering with a bachelor's degree. That means that if you are coming with a master's degree, if you are applying with your master's, then you need to be having a GPA around 3.50. Or if you are applying with your bachelor's, that is, as I said previously, that if you are a bachelor, um, a bachelor holding student, you can apply for PhD. But then your grade or your GPA for this program should be somewhere around 3.00. So your bachelor's degree should have a GPA of 3.00. And then you have to provide letters for recommendation. And it says at least three professors or professionals that address your potential to successfully complete the PhD in computational and data science program. So at least three people. That means at more you can do, at most you can do like five. That's what it's trying to mean. Then you submit a one page. You should be taking note of all this. You see how they worded everything, meaning that you submit one page statement of background and research interest as part of your application. That is what you need to submit. Then they also, so these are the requirements for the application process. Now, when you apply and you are given admission, these are the requirements that you need to complete before you are given a certificate, or you are the doctoral degree is conferred on you. So this is it. But we are not looking at this now. You can, but then I encourage you to read it through it before you start your application so that you know what you are doing. So these are the four major requirements that we need. Now, after reading about the requirements, you also want to know what kind of research does this department do. So let's look at the research. So now they have research in computational and data science, their publications and their research groups. So let's look at the kind of research that they do. So as an equal and indispensable partner, along with theory and experiment. So it's telling you about what computation is now about. So if you read through everything over here, you are going to see their research or the things that they do is going to be said in it, that you do mathematical modeling, numerical analysis, algorithm development, software implementation, program execution, analysis, validation, and visualization of results. So these are the kind of things that they do. And there are few publications that they have mentioned here. I would advise that anybody who is applying to such a program can actually read through at least three of the papers to understand what it's all about before they start their application process. As you can see over here, there are lots of publications. You can read through some of them and then find out what you need to find. Then you look at the research groups. What kind of research groups they have? So you can see they have research groups for bioinformatics, biological modeling, computational chemistry. They have for computational graph theory. There are a lot of research group that you can join, and these groups, when you join them, it boosts your morale to publish papers. They can help you in publishing papers, and they can help you if you have a research or something that you want to patent or anything. These are the people that can help you, and the assistant professors and professors, these are the heads of the research groups. So after looking at all this, now we are going to look at our faculty. Who are the people teaching this program and what are their interests? So we come back and we click on faculty. Now, as you can see, we have our handsome and beautiful faculty here. And now someone will come here and be wondering, well, I've seen the faculty page, but then how do I know what they are interested in, or how can I read about them? It's quite simple. When you have pictures like this, the first thing you need to do is to just click on the picture, you double click, and then it's going to take you to the faculty profile. In the faculty profile, you can see the departments that Dr. Walling is in. You can see he's in all these departments. Where he studied. He studied in Minnesota. He studied in Iowa. Then it tells you about his biography. It also tells you about his publications, all the publications. So if you want to know the research interest, he says that my research has recently focused on three topics. You click on it and it tells you everything about the topics that he is talking about. And the first one is understanding gravitational interactions in the universe using variety of computational and observational techniques. The other one is using crowdsourced data to train neural networks in complex image identification tasks. Then we have exploring how mixed reality systems can be used in post secondary STEM classrooms. So these are the research interest that he has. And if you read this and you still want more clarity, what you can do, or what I would advise you to do, is to read about his recent publications. If you read it, you are going to have an overview, an idea of what he is doing. Now, I will advise that anybody who is sending a cold email or an email to a professor should always choose at least four in a particular school. So we've looked at Dr. Wale. Let's go back and look at some other person. Okay, we are going back to see who is going to be the next person. Um, we are going back to see who our next professor is going to be. Think I'm having a bit of yes. Okay, it has brought me back here. Let's go back to our faculty. Let's go to faculty again. Okay, so from here we can also look at other people. You can choose randomly. I mean, I'm not saying you should go through each of these faculty, but then randomly choose. Let's look at Dr. Lee. So when we come to his profile, we can see the departments he belongs to, where he studied. Then we can also see his areas of expertise. So, areas of expertise or research interests are all talking about the same thing. So, when you hear or when you see such things like areas of expertise, it's also talking about his research interests. Over here, you cannot see any of his publication, but then you can enter his name in Google and find out if you can find anything about that, or you can send him an email or search on ResearchGate or Google. Any journal publication, you can search over there and find out if he has anything there. So when you search and you see that there is something that is of interest to you, you can just click on his email and it's going to open up an email for you, just like it did here. It's opening up one. Then you send him an email. Your first part, the subject of your email is going to be prospective PhD student, comma, for 2025. Then you start writing your email. Dear Dr. Liu. And then you start writing your email. But if you feel you don't have much information, you can save it as a draft. You go back, then you look at it again, then you write your email. So we are going back to his page, and then we'll go and look at another faculty member. It's quite slow, but we'll make it. Let's see again. So, as you can see, his email, his phone number, the department he works with or he liaisons with are all over here. Then let's go back again and choose another faculty member. So let's say Dr. Mina. Let's choose Dr. Mina. And we can also see areas of expertise. As I said earlier, it's talking about the same thing. And then you can read through her profile. And then if you think you want to work with her, then you send her an email. She's going to respond to your email if she sees it. If she doesn't see it, you can still send to other people in the department. You are not limited to send to just one person. You can send to as many as 10, 20. If you want to send to everybody in the department, you can go ahead and do that. But then make sure that your email is unique and tailored to each faculty member. Don't use the same email for everybody. The way you started for the first one, that's the same way you're starting for all emails you send. No. The reason being that sometimes faculty may not have funding, but they know that this colleague of mine has funding. So they are going to forward your email with your permission to them that, hey, I know you have funding for this project, or these girls or these boys um, research interest aligns best with you. So would you take a look at it and then let her know if you would like to work with him or her? So if you send the same email to two people and the only thing you've changed is their names, it's going to show that you've done a shabby work. It's going to show that you are not serious with what you are doing. So try your best to send different emails to professors. Tailor it to the profile of each professor. Do not send more than 5 emails with the same sample or with the same thing to each professor. Don't do that. So, this is a simple way to search for some faculty members that you wish to work with. If you have any questions, leave them under the comment section and I will be glad to answer them. I wish you all the best as you are applying for schools. I wish you that you get positive replies. You get people who would want to work with you. You will get your visas and you come and study for your master's or doctoral program. Thank you for coming to Aram Consult Talk with Amma to listen to us. Thank you. Bye bye.